Hello, my Cancerian kings and queens. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your reading for August 2024. We are celebrating our Lion King and Lion Queen, brothers and sisters, the sister sign to us on the Wheel of Time. So join me in wishing them a happy birthday as well. And we're going to do a yummy Celtic cross reading for you today. We're going to take a look at also an oracle card from the Earth Warriors Oracle. It's a very powerful deck. And these are general readings, so keep that in mind. Take only what resonates. Check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture. And then also check out the description below. I have links to personal readings there, along with links to social media and other good stuff. Okay, let's get going, Cancer. Your energy came out really fast here, so you know exactly what you want to get to. Let's take a look. In the position of your current situation, you have the Seven of Wands. Now, this particular Seven of Wands, the character is commanding one of the wands and standing on top of the others. This is you overcoming some sort of obstacle, some sort of challenge, and I do sense a feeling of pride and I don't want to say dominance, but it's like dominion over whatever it is. Your challenge is the King of Pentacles. You may feel like at times, okay, so you make these strides forward and you're proud of yourself, but then you don't always receive the feedback or the outcome or the money or the maybe compliments or attention, or you just don't receive something in return, and it's really kind of it's challenging you. We could be looking at an energy of patience here for you, Cancer. I'll take a look when we clarify there. But on the one hand, you're like so proud that you conquered something. On the other, you're like, but why isn't more happening because I conquered that? If that makes sense. In your needed focus area, you've got the Seven of Swords. This tells me that there's probably something you need to release, you need to let go, something that is a pattern or possibly like a family dynamic perhaps, or some belief that you picked up from maybe a parent or a guardian, someone who raised you. In the past, you're leaving behind the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. This is really interesting because the Queen of Pentacles gets left behind in the past, and the King of Pentacles is the challenge. So this does tell me you're moving through a challenge that's probably very much anchored in the physical world here. And with this challenge, you just might not be seeing the results that you're looking for yet, even though you're like, I'm doing it, I'm doing the work, you know. But keep in mind, this is the King and the Queen here. So this means you're moving through the final stages of something very important for your physical and material world. So stick with it. In your strength, you have the Eight of Wands. This could mean things are happening quicker than you realize, or something may come in really quickly as a realization to you. Remember, this is something that's going to be in your strength. In the future energies, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, and this is you working on something, putting together something. It feels a lot like a long-term, like kind of income stream, or some way that you're going to be able to care for and meet all, you know, house yourself and take care of your children and protect what you've earned and things like that. So it's some sort of maybe passive or long-term income stream coming in, maybe an investment of some kind. In your advice and support, you get the Six of Swords. This, Cancer, you're taking me deep on this one. This one feels like an energy of you really offering your gratitude in a really deep and powerful way. And I feel like you're offering your gratitude to the natural prime creator of the universe, to all that is, to life itself. This would almost feel to someone who is so materially focused that they can't let go of money, that you're almost like giving away what you're trying to build and receive. You're giving away maybe what you don't even have yet. But I actually see it as you putting yourself in that place, because in your heart you want to be able to provide. And so you are connecting yourself with that divine knowing that you will be cared for and you will be able to care for others. It's really quite powerful. I really like that in the advice and support. The universe seems to be like on board with that. Like, yes, Cancer, yes. And it's almost like you're just being so led and guided in that way. In your environment, you've got the Eight of Cups. So definitely some sort of sadness connected to your emotional state and love, or maybe something you're leaving behind. Could actually be the sense of lack or lack of fulfillment. And it honestly feels like you're leaving behind things that you know will drain you, you know will like empty your cup. But you're sad about it too. Even though you're like, this empties my cup, there's still a sadness, there's still a little bit of grief there. In your hopes and fears, you have the Ten of Swords. You want to bring an end to that. You want to bring an end to that feeling, because you know you have to move into this place of gratitude, almost move into being your future self and with your goals achieved, right? And that's kind of a tricky place to put yourself in. I know there's a lot of manifestation meditations and things out there that we can do to begin to help ourselves see how would we feel, how would we be thinking if we were in the place we already wanted to be. And you know, that may be what you're working on. In the potential outcome, you've got the Nine of Wands here. Whew, what is this? Cancer? I can't wait to clarify this one. This may be a little bit of a warning for you, Cancer, to protect your energy field, because I see you having to defend against something here. Don't know what it is. We'll get clarifiers. I don't know if it's something in the physical world, legal, maybe just an energetic thing. We'll find out. We're going to have to get into clarifiers for that. Let's look at this Seven of Wands. So here you are. You're like, okay, I got this. I can conquer this. Clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the Judgment card. Yeah, Cancer, you have a really good way of strategizing for things. You're able to take a lot into consideration, and at times maybe you don't feel like you have a lot of movement in that, or like it's flowing very fast, but it's very important for you to have a full sight of the playing field. And it seems like at this time, you're being asked to surrender to that. You're being asked to... This really feels, Cancer, you're going into like your soul level stuff here. So you're taking me in. This is why this round I am doing the water signs last. Sometimes when I do y'all first, like you just drain me for all 12 signs because you go so deep. This is like a soul level atonement of the ways in the past that you have acted impulsively, or you put the cart before the horse, got in over your head. You're really, and this isn't from that cautious Cancerian place. This is from the, no, I've really overcome some, lesser tendencies to kind of fall into that. Let's look at this challenge of the King of Pentacles, because this would be an energy where normally the king is sitting there and abundance just comes to him. He's got plenty of gold, plenty of water, plenty of food, plenty of friends, plenty of music. The Death card and the Two of Pentacles. Cancer, it really appears to me you are leaving behind not just like a personal paradigm of, okay, in order to make money, I have to work, the 8-to-5 job and do this, and I have to go through this structure of the education that's offered in the world right now. I have to do it this exact way, step by step by step, or I can't be successful. You're not only leaving that behind on a personal level, but you are part of the paradigm shift in reality where people are beginning to learn that, oh my, I can be my own entrepreneur. I can be my own CEO. I can be my own business master. And there are plenty of ways for me to look at this and do things differently and turn the tide. So you're actually showing me on a soul level, you are very involved in this. And oof, it's hard work. It's hard work. It's something I can definitely relate to. This is really big transformative work for you personally, but I think maybe if you just take a moment and just tap into your heart space here and accept that you are doing this because you're such a nurturer, you care so much about the world and you love so much, and you have no idea how much people have no idea how much you love, you know? Like, you don't even know your capacity at times, right? And this is about shifting this for the whole world by doing your own personal part in it, which is beautiful, honestly admirable alchemy. And it's okay if you're not receiving everything quite yet, because the world is still stuck in the rigidity, right? Okay, your needed focus area, the Seven of Swords, is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Again, just in a different set of cards here, is that you don't have to work your fingers to the bone anymore. You don't have to take that notion of the only way to be abundant is to work our fingers to the bone. It's not that, and I'm not saying we don't have a good work ethic here, right? But I'm saying that we can do the things we love and we can be prosperous without making ourselves sick, feeling soul dead at the end of each day, feeling totally drained by life in general. And you're learning there's a whole new magic to this. And the universe is like, yes, keep focusing on this. Keep focusing on this. Keep trying out different tools. Keep testing out stuff. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Let's see what this Queen of Pentacles is you're leaving in the past here. Probably related to all of this as well here with how we're manifesting, you know, a new reality along with new income. You get the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. This to me, Cancer, feels like leaving behind the ways in which you gave your power away in the past. So in the past, you would kind of just, like, let's pretend like this is just a penny. This is a little morsel. You would take your little morsel and you would be like, okay, thank you, Master. That's so, you know, generous of you. You'd take this little morsel and you'd just be like, okay. And then, you know, almost have like this defeating feeling of no way out. This could even be past life related, where you were in circumstances that were not necessarily, you know, the best, and you felt like in order to survive you had to give your power away, you had to give your fire away, you had to give your passion away. It looks very also very masculine focused here, so there could be elements of the feminine in business that would really help some of you. When the feminine is in business, it's a different kind of leadership, right? It's a softness, it's a strength, but it's a softness too. So there's rigidity here in the past being shown. And then there's this connection of like, well, I have something, so I should just be happy with this. And it left no room for you to really dream. There's no, like, I'm feeling like it's like it's like being wrapped in plastic and you can't sweat and you can't grow, you can't expand, you don't get that beautiful expansion, that dream, that wish. It's, you know, it's kind of just all boxed in and all like, I have to be small and have this little thing and that's it. Let's look at this Eight of Wands, because I'm ready to shed this. I'm sure you are too. Let's look at this strength of yours with the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. I really like your strength here, because this shows that you're going to be successful here with this new way of approaching things. It's taking a lot of healing. But the more you heal the beliefs around this, the mindset, and also the emotional wounding, the more you work on your healing, the stronger you get in the physical and material world, and the closer you get to bringing that to completion. So let's look at the future Eight of Pentacles. So in your needed focus, you have the Eight of Pentacles. In your future, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And this is transforming the way you think about work. You've got the Page of Cups and the Moon. Cancer. So as a tarot reader, I have to be willing to tell you what comes up, what the truth is, and what's coming up as I see it. Now, these are potential energies. The energies of the future are always in motion. Maybe this is coming up so we can shift this, but this looks like a cycle of you maybe giving into fear a bit, or getting a bit snagged by your subconscious energies. Thinking that you're coming from the heart and you're doing something from the heart. I see you working again, but maybe falling a little bit into the old pattern. So, you know, truthfully, this is something to watch out for, and maybe look for ways, and maybe we'll get some additional guidance here in our advice and support. I think one of the ways here is by gratitude with the divine and with all that is, the natural prime creator of the universe, really getting in touch with that energy, being ignited by that energy. I think that's going to help you, rather than kind of stumbling maybe back into the old way of doing things, or feeling like you have to. Now, for some of you, this may be like, let's say you just started your business and you're going out there, you're putting yourself out there, you're getting things done, but you're just not making the money yet, and you have to go and get like a part-time job, or you're like Ubering or Door Dashing or something like that to help yourself. That, you know, that's okay. Like, you may have to do those little things. But be sure that, you know, you're not looking at it as, well, you've got to look at it more as a stepping stone, rather than something that you're actually going back into the old way of doing things. But it's kind of like almost like a straddle over the, you know, the whole dynamic. But if you're leading the way and you're trying to bust through this paradigm, of course, it's going to be like that sometimes. For the Six of Swords in your advice and support, you get the Two of Wands and the King of Wands. So we've got a little more royalty coming in here. We've got the Fire Master here. And this is you have this beautiful ability to connect and to reflect. And through your connection to Creator Source, to the higher force, to all that is. And for whoever's listening, I just know you know what I mean. And I know you know what it feels like, even if you haven't felt it all the time. There have been moments for you, for sure, without a doubt, where you have connected in with this energy. I feel it tingly in my body, but it's so pervasive in my cells that, like, my whole body is like vibrating with it. And there's a power point here. There's a power point in these energies. So what you're going to be doing as you go into that gratitude for all that is, for your connection with nature and the natural prime creator of the universe, the more you go into that, the more it like fills your body, to the point where you actually shift the reality. You are the paradigm shift. Your efforts here are the paradigm shift. Gosh, I wish every Cancerian could. Please share this with another Cancer you know. So powerful. Such good work. Let's look at the environment of the Eight of Cups. So remember I said maybe something about maybe the little grief going on of like letting go of that old cycle, the old ways. You've got the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands coming in. So I like this, you know, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands from the advice and support. I like this fire. It's very transformative. It's very passionate, and there is something going on in your environment along the lines of collaborations that you really want to invest in and you really want to take seriously, because you're not doing this alone. You may feel alone at times, there are others around you, and the more each person shifts their personal paradigm, the more they become solidified in the collective paradigm shift that needs to happen here on Earth. Because the way we've got things going, we can't keep going like that. For in your hopes and fears, for the 10 of Swords, you got the 8 of Swords and the Justice card. Yeah, you're afraid you'll kind of fall back into kind of a mindset that keeps you small, or keeps you're like, you don't know, what you don't know. And so there's a little bit of that, like, well, if I don't know, I'm going to revert back to the way I thought before, and all that stuff I'm trying to leave behind. But the Justice card is coming in here and as well. And it kind of feels like a message from your greater being in connection with the universe, saying kind of like, Cancer, it's going to be okay. Like, have hope that these things will balance out. That not only will your personal life balance out, but the world itself, because that's part of your purpose of being here. A lot of you are star seeds that are watching this. You've come from other systems, many other timelines, and you have such gifts. You have such wisdom. In the potential outcome, yes. Okay, so Cancer, as you make this shift, okay, you had that 9 of Wands. It's clarified by the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. And this is a different feeling, 7 of Wands, than in your current energy of, I'm conquering this and I've got this. This is an energy of like, oh my gosh, I have to defend myself again. There's a lot of defense going on here. This 9 from this deck and this 7 from this deck look almost the same in defensive positions here. But you have this 9 of Pentacles here too. So your environment, Cancer, you are the one that carries everything with you. Home is with you. You're carrying, your shell. Everything inside it, all the soft goodness, that needs to be protected. So when we look at a potential outcome, just like when we're looking at the future, and we see kind of these warning energies here, which I do see for you, it means that right now, let's focus in on protecting ourselves. Let's focus in on our alchemy. Let's focus in. I draw the circle of the Magician for protection. And that's come up for me lately, and I've kind of ignored it and brushed aside. Oh, I'll get to it. No, it's coming back up again. So Cancerians, for whatever is coming, it is time to do a little protective work. Some of you use bubbles. Some of you use the circles. Some of you use candles and crystals and grids and things like that. It's time to reinforce those. And maybe we can curb some of this, whatever is going to come our way. Because any time that we are part of a personal paradigm shift that is shifting the greater reality, there's going to be beings and energies and entities that do not like that. They do not want us to succeed in that, even though it's for the evolution of humanity. And that's where the spiritual warfare comes in. And that's why you have to protect yourself. You're also a very sensitive, intuitive empath, Cancer. You've got to protect yourself. So keep that in mind. Cancer, let's get a card from the Earth Warriors Oracle to close off the reading today. I think Pisces got this last time. Cancer, you got the number 27 card, Pono, immeasurable power of the heart way. The heart has the power to heal in a way that the mind cannot understand. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. A willing heart is all that you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. Recognizing this power does not evoke feelings of pressure or anxiety, but rather of peace and of joy. Lightness of heart and relief of mind are here for you now. So here's this beautiful Ho'oponopono. You could use that as part when you're doing your protective circle. You could be chanting that, or do your protective circle or your ritual and then do the Ho'oponopono to kind of clear the energies, because that's going to center you back in your heart, which is where you can lead and guide from. Cancer, super duper powerful deep reading today. Thank you so much for joining, and I can't wait to see you next time.